What's up, everybody? Check out this pizza. Today on the channel we did a cast iron deep dish pizza. We did it on the Komodo Kamado. Stay tuned, I'll show you how we did it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Patio. Today on the channel we're cooking pizza, but not just any pizza. We're gonna do a cast iron style pizza. Now this pizza I love to do on the stove. The Komodo Kamado is already going, so we're gonna take advantage of it. But this is super simple. I have a pizza dough here. All right, I cheated. I bought this from my local pizza shop that I like. Great way to get a good quality dough, far better than what you're gonna get in like the grocery store. $5. You can't go wrong. So we're gonna take some avocado oil here. We're gonna be hot, so if you use olive oil, it's gonna burn a little bit. You wanna use a little bit of a high temp oil, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna get all sides here coated in oil so we don't stick. And we're gonna drop our pizza dough right in there. Now, what you want to do here is get this coated in the oil a little bit. And I bought this and I let it sit on the countertop for about 4 hours. Let it nice and rise. And we're just gonna let that sit on there. So if you really want like a thick pizza, you could put this in here and then let it rise on its own. But this is gonna rise just fine how it is. What we're gonna do is, this is a homemade pizza sauce. Now you can make this super easy. Really all you need to do is put a can of crushed tomatoes or a can of regular tomatoes into a blender, depending on what kind of consistency you want. And then a tablespoon of salt, tablespoon of pepper, a little bit of basil, pulse it up for a little bit and you're good. This particular one was crushed, so you can see it's a little smoother. You don't even need to cook this, right? It's gonna get cooked as it goes inside on the Komodo Kamado, or if you're doing it inside, it's gonna get cooked in the oven. Now, I personally like a lot of sauce. Lots of people will say that too much sauce makes it soggy, but we're gonna cook this nice and hot, so we're not gonna have a problem here. I've got some minced garlic here. I just buy this in bulk from Costco, and I like to put a little bit, just take a spoon and a knife or a fork here, just put a little bit around. If you get a couple clumps of it, just take the fork and drag it out there a little bit. Take a little bit more. All right, now we got some good flavor that way. And what we're going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of oregano, sprinkle side. And if you're paying attention, notice I got a little bit of oil on my hands, so I got to go wash these containers off when I'm done. Don't forget to do that. And so that was some basil and a little bit of onion powder. All right, now we're gonna put our cheese on here. Now this is fresh grated organic mozzarella cheese. I said this in my pizza battle video. Don't buy pre-shredded cheese. Get yourself an electric grater or build up some muscle and grate it yourself. It's far better. This particular organic brand just melts really well, but any any fresh grated cheese is going to melt way better than the naturally shredded stuff. That's got anti-caking agents and different things on it. All right, once you got the amount of cheese that you want on it, we'll put that aside. Now, I personally like a little bit of red onion on my pizza. We're just going to cut this real fine. Let's get rid of some of the paper here. We've got some onion, and we're going to do some pepperoni. So we'll bring this back. Now, I just bought this from Whole Foods. I'm a big fan of buying better quality pepperoni. If you skimp, it's going to be really greasy. This guy just happens to be ginormous. Put one in the middle and we'll be done with it. And then put that red onion. And at this point in time, put whatever toppings you like on it. And we're good. And I'm going to put a little bit more cheese on top just to help with keeping it all together. All right, that'll be good right there. What we're going to do now, Komodo Kamado is at 485. If you're gonna do this inside, very, very easy. You don't even need a grill or anything to do this. What you wanna do is you wanna put this guy on your top burner on top of your stove, on high, wait till it starts to sizzle around the outside, and then wait about 2 minutes. What that'll do is that'll give you a nice crust on the bottom, and then put it into a 500-degree oven that's been preheated for about 30 minutes. In this case, I got 2-zone cooking set up. So I've got a high zone here, and I've got the low zone. So we're gonna put this right over the hottest part of the coals. We're gonna close this up for a minute or two. Now we're gonna close that up. We're gonna wait about 1.5 minutes. We're right over the hot bed of coals. So that's a cold cast iron pan. It's a 12-inch pan, just to give you some reference. You could use a 10-inch, it'll make a really thick pizza. 12 inches is about the right size. But because we're right over a bed of charcoal, we're gonna pay attention. And I'm gonna check in a minute just to make sure that we're sizzling, and then we'll give it maybe another minute. And then we're gonna move it over to indirect heat and just use it like an oven. All right, so once it started to sizzle, we gave it another couple minutes here. Let's have a look where we're at. I think I'll put on both gloves here. This is gonna be hot and heavy. So what we can see now is the pizza already rose a fair amount. Now we're just gonna let it do its thing. Let it get back up to 500 degrees. This is gonna take about, I would say 9 to 12 minutes, depending on your oven. But what you're looking for is good color on your crust, all the cheese melted. This is gonna grow a fair amount. It's gonna be a thick crust pizza. So don't be afraid to push it a little longer than you normally would, just to make sure that your dough is perfectly cooked. So what I'm doing is I'm setting my timer for 10 minutes and we'll be back and have a look. All right, so we're 11 minutes in. I did open and close a little bit, so it took a little longer, but I think that we're in perfect shape. Brought us out a cooling rack. Yeah, we're looking good. So we're gonna bring this guy out, maybe. Oh yeah, we're good, we're good. So we'll set this off to the side, let it cool down for a little bit. Now this guy, we're gonna let that cool down just for a couple of minutes so I don't burn my mouth off when we try it. It's that time. So normally I would use a pizza cutter, but this is a barbecue channel. Everyone's got a brisket slicer if you're into barbecue, and quite frankly, it'll just make things a little bit easier. I want to keep the cheese where it's at. Here's some of that crunch. Nice, thick, delicious pizza. Oh, it's good. One of the reasons why I really like this pizza is the dough gets really thick and airy, and it's just a little different than your chewy kind of pizza. It's really light and fluffy, and if you give it some extra time to rise up, it gets even better, or if you did it in a 10-inch pan instead. But either way, I mean, just the way it is, it's delicious. I mean, it is a favorite. I don't do it too often, and every time I do it, I'm like, man, I got to do it more often. But like I said, you could do this in your house, no barbecue, no smoker, no nothing. Same thing, cast iron pan on high, wait till it starts to sizzle, give it 2 or 3 minutes, throw it in the oven at 500 degrees, and it's going to turn out the exact same way. I did them inside the other day, and it's delicious. It's a huge hit. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks as always for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Do new videos every weekend. I'll see you soon.